Oh, hi again guys, back for another one. This one I'm going to do today is just a bit of a chat on my fishing gear. I've been requested to do this one by quite a few people for a while now. A lot of guys just want to know what rods and reels I run and for what species, and if I change the reels on rods at all. And that last question, well, that one's easy to answer, and that's going to be a no. All my rods and reels are all matched up and they stay together. I don't mix and match. And I've got a variety of rods here. These are all the main ones I use, or pretty much all my rods now. I used to have like 45 or 48 or something rods and reels, and I've sold a lot of them. I just didn't see the point anymore. I keep on buying rods and reels and have them collecting dust. The ones I'm going to show you today, these are all the rods I use for different species at different times of the year. And hopefully you'll learn something from it and, well, know what to buy, or know roughly what to buy when you just want to chase a certain species. Anyway, let's get into it, because this might take a little while. There's a 20-something rods here to go through. Okay, we'll start off with a trusty old Baitcaster. Okay, this is a little Calcutta 200, or 100. 200, sorry, I can't even see them, the glasses. Need me trusty old glasses, missing an arm. Calcutta 200, this is on a little 5 foot. This is actually a custom made rod from Brantford Tackle. I got this made about 25 years ago for Barra up north. It's a cracking little rod. I run 10 kilo braid, it's a 10 kilo rod. I run 10 kilo braid on this, and this is a beautiful little bait casting outfit. I use when I'm up north chasing barra and go to the dams. This thing's caught so many big barra over the years. It's been an absolute cracker. But while I'm down here in the Gold Coast, not really chasing barra, it's also my snapper outfit. So I use my little baitcaster here. You hear me talk about baitcasters for snapper all the time. Okay, this is my little snapper outfit. And if I do chase jacks, which is rare nowadays, I don't do that much anymore, I'll be using this to cast big lures around the pontoons. Okay, so this is a good little 8 to 10 kilo rod. It'll work for a variety of species. 10 kilo braid's more than enough with, say, a 30-pound leader. That's going to stop most of the things you want to stop. Yeah, so that's the first one. How am I going to do this? Okay. I'm just going to pull them out at random, guys. I'm not going to do any set order and put them back as we go. Next one. This one's one of my favourite little rods. I use this for all sorts. 5,000 straight, okay. This is spooled with a very thin, I think, Offshore 30-pound braid, so it's a super thin but 30 pound. And it's on a Mirasami rod. These rods are awesome. If you can find them, they're hard to find, but these rods are awesome. This is a little, I believe, like 1.5 to 3 PE or something. I've got 30 pound on this, and I use this for all sorts. I use it for trawling, for mackerel, to sending out live baits for dew, cobia. What else I do with it? I can do a little bit of jigging on it, like smaller jigging for snapper and stuff out to like 36s. You can use it for bottom bashing. And this is just a good all-rounder. The rod's only about 5 foot, yeah, 5'2" or something, 5'4" or something. It's only a short rod. Quite stiff. It's not too bad, but quite stiff. Great little live bait rod. I mainly use it for live baiting, so it works an absolute treat. And when I'm talking live bait, I don't mean live baiting bottom with big sinkers on the bottom. This one I have a small sinker and basically let the baits free swim at the back. It's a great way to find cobia and mackerel over summer. And little 5,000 straight, it does it easy on most fish. I believe a couple of years ago, live baiting around the bait reef, I got a 21 kilo Spaniard on this. It took me 20 minutes. And it's actually a true blue 21 kilo fish. It was weighed, not the little Facebook ones. And I think last season on this, when I was out snapper fishing, I put a live bait out, now I'm getting a little black at anchor on that outfit, on a little 5,000 straighty. 20 minutes, but good fun. It does it. You don't need big heavy gear. Okay, you just need some good gear. You don't need heavy gear. Okay, next one. Oh, one of my favourite little outfits. Okay, most people know what this is. This is super light. That's a Zodius rod and a little 25 Brantford. I believe I've got 8-pound braid on this. And this is my Flathead Stick. It's a deadly stick for flathead. I can use it for plastics or the bigger hard bodies I run, because with the Zodies they've got quite a nice stiff tip, so I get good action out of the lures. But generally I have small hard bodies on this, not 14cm ones. I have like 8 to 10cm ones, a little bit smaller, or bigger plastics on this and flicking this. This is just an all-round awesome outfit, super light, you can cast with it all day. It's not the cheapest outfit in the world for flathead, but it's a good one. And if you're serious about your flathead fish and do a lot of it, that's a really good outfit to go talk to your tackle shops about. It's just so light, you can use it all day. It's fantastic. Okay, so just remember, it's a Vanford on a Zodius rod. That's an awesome outfit, that one. Okay, I'll go around the board here. Next one here. This is my favourite outfit, all-time favourite outfit. I use this. This is my, once again, it's a Flathead outfit. Probably the most expensive one I'm going to own. This is a Loomis NRX 803 rod. Very light, very short, very stiff. And I've just got it set up with a nice light Luvius diver, Luvius reel. This thing is a super light outfit. Once again, 8-pound braid, but this is my big lure rod. I use this for big lures. And the reason being, the rod being so stiff, when I'm twitching those big lures, with a stiff rod, you'll actually get good action out of your lures. And with this bigger lures and the heavier hooks, this thing being so stiff, you can really set the hooks on a big fish quite easily. This thing is an absolute weapon if you're looking for big girls, like big flathead, 80cm plus fish on the flats using big lures. There's a good outfit to think about. Doesn't have to be a Luvius, but any sort of 2500 with a decent drag, good smooth drag. I'd actually look at sustains nowadays. I'm thinking about getting a sustain for this one and upgrading this to the latest sustain on this 803 Loomis. That'd be an absolute weapon. That is a cracker. And these last two rods too, guys, they're good little rods for flicking slugs and little stick baits and poppers around in the broadwater. If you want to chase a future trevally and tailor and things like that in the broadwater, these little rods are perfect for that. Okay. Next one, old school. It's not one I really use much anymore, but back in the day, a few years ago, this was the top of the range outfit. Good old Daiwa Black Label rods. I did have the original one, and unfortunately, my, could say push bike fell over on it and snapped it in two. I managed to track another one down, so this one's not that old, but old school rod, but the rod's still in great nick. Once again, another inshore rod for casting lures for flathead, trevally, you know, tailor, that sort of thing. And this reel here, when it first came out, that's, I can't think, that's a Daiwa. What Daiwa? I can't think what that is now. Anyway, when it came out like 15 years ago, it was a top of the range reel. But now when I pick this up, the weight in it, it feels like I'm holding a brick. So I don't use it much anymore. Still works well, it's a nice outfit, but the weight, after you're picking up a Zodius, you feel the weight in that, it's like, oh shit. But that's just an old school, it'd be there, good for other people to use. Me to use if something goes wrong with the other outfits, it'd be a good backup outfit anyway. Nice stiff rod, great lure rod for, you know, twitching plastics. And small poppers and stick baits, things like that in the broadwater. And one of these days I might actually just buy another reel for this rod, because rod's still a cracker. I might just buy another reel, because that thing feels like a brick. I can't even think what it is. I think the name, guys, I'll tell you. This is going to be a long, very long video. Bait jigs. Okay, what have we got here? This is just a bait jig rod for offshore. So once again, this is like an old Daiwa, Team Daiwa rod. Old school Team Daiwa. You can see the bait jig on it. I think that's like an old school XLer, a little XLer. And that's just a bait jig rod, guys. I just like to fish light when I'm chasing bait. I can't stand those big heavy rods people use and big sinkers. I like to fish smaller sinkers, light rods. You get a better feel, and you actually get a lot more bait. It's a lot easier. But if I'm doing that, if I'm out wide on spot X or something, looking for big slimies or whatever, I don't use this outfit. I do use a heavier rod, big sinker to get the slimies. But in close, on close bait reefs, this is perfect. Just a nice light. Say one of your old flathead rods, you've got to sit in the back of the shed somewhere, you're not sure what to do with, like the last one I just looked at, turn it into a bait rod. It just works so well for bait. This is going to definitely take a while. Okay, next one. I've had some of these rods so long I can't remember what they are. This blank I know I got from overseas, from America. I can't remember what the blank was. There's something I wanted to try. It's a nice light blank. I didn't put top quality gear on, I just made up a quick rod because I just wanted to know what the blank was like to see if I wanted to buy more to make more rods. So the gear's nothing special on it. And the blank, I gotta tell you, it's as strong as nails. It's really, really strong and very light. I can't remember what it was, it's bucking the shit out of me now. But the downside to it is this rod. Because it's a 7-foot rod, a nice rod to cast like stick baits in the surf for tailor, which I used to do with this. Once again, I've got a 5000 Stratic on it. This is full of 10 kilo braid. That's a 4000 Stratic, sorry, with 10 kilo braid on it. And this was a beautiful little casting rod in the surf for tailor. He used to cast as little as a mile. The only downside to it, this blank, it's so soft on the tip. With some of the poppers and stick baits I was using for tailor, the hooks are too heavy a gauge, and I couldn't set the hooks on this. It's just too soft on the tip. So this rod works really well for tailor if I downgrade the hooks and go to really light gauge sharp and just back the drag off. And then when I hook big girls or big tailor in the surf, that's a lot of fun. The drag's light and they take a while to get in, but it's good fun. But saying that too, just normal off the shelf poppers and stick baits with heavy gauge hooks, rods like this with a softer tip won't work. You just won't set the hooks. So remember that. If you're out fishing, getting a few hits and your hooks aren't setting, you can't seem to set the hooks, it's probably because your rod's too soft and the hooks are too heavy. You're either going to need to get a stiffer rod or downgrade your hooks to a lighter version, which I've done for that one, and now when I use that in the surf it works well. This is old. I haven't used this thing in years. That's an old diver. Because I painted it, I can't tell you what it is. Once again, it feels like a brick now. Still spint, still quiet. And it's on a really nice expensive rod. This is a Catalina Stick. Once again, soft tip, but when you load it up, so much power, great. I used to use this for a lot of float lining years ago. As a great float lining outfit, not a problem for a few snapper and things. It's like a 6 foot, no, it's a 7-foot rod, Catalina. It's actually a 15 kilo stick, believe it or not, even though it's a soft tip. But I don't use this thing anymore. I've got so many different rods to use. But when I bought this is like 20 plus years ago, 22, 23 years ago. And some of the first rods you'd see with that. That's it. That's how long ago they started doing that, separating rods. And when I bought this is like a $600 rod back in the day. Beautiful rod, great for snapper and float lining, a little bit soft on the tip. I used to cast lures, but it's just too soft like the other one. And the old school diver, nice old reel, but like I said, it feels like a brick now compared to what's coming out. You can see it's nice and dusty. It's been sitting around for a while. Don't use that much anymore. Whoop. And I'm going to break the rods, so I keep on doing that. Okay. I'll hurry up and get through this. Okay. Next one. This is the main one a lot of guys should know. Bait runner. Old school bait runner. Oh, this is actually not old school, this is a D, but bait runner on the 10 kilo stick. This is a 10 kilo, 7-foot graphite rod. Spooled with 10 kilo braid. There's one thing I use this for and one thing only, or I used to use it for. I don't use it much anymore, but I will again when I get another boat. Snapper. Just float liner for snapper. You should always have a bait runner on your boat and use them for snapper. They are just the go-to reels. So when I'm out chasing snapper, I'll have this in a rod holder, bail arm open, let the line go, in free spool, so if a fish takes off, when I close the bail arm, they can run, then I'm just flicking in the gear and go. And that'll be out peeling in the rod holder while I'm standing there with the baitcaster peeling offline. Okay, so trusty bait runner on a 7-foot 10 kilo stick, snapper outfit. There you go, nearly done with this rack. There's not that much, the other ones are all overhead, so. This one, Okay, 10,000 sustain. This is a USA Palmer's rod. This is a 30 to 50 pound stick, but I've only got 30 pound braid on this, okay? And this one is my offshore casting outfit. So the rod's, I think, 7'6" palms, like I said, 15 to 24 kilo, 10,000 reel sustain, 15 kilo braid, and this is what I use when I'm chasing mackerel or longtails or something with like stick baits, or casting heavy slugs. You know, cast them out, let them sink down, and working back through the water column quickly for mackerel. This is the one. Big stick baits for longtails and stuff. This one. I caught plenty of fish on this on longtails and mackerel on this over the years. And the other thing I use it for too is if I'm chasing kingfish, shallow water, and I got live squid and I want to lob them out, just like give them a light lob, but get a little bit distance. This is the outfit to do it in the broad water and stuff when I'm chasing the kings. And we've got like 30 pound kings on this outfit in the broad water. I gotta tell you, when you hook one of those in shallow water on this, you know about it. It's good fun. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but most of my rods are carbon fibre. There's no glass rods in amongst all this. Okay, I'll get to the more important ones, because the video's getting on. Latest craze, slow pitch jigging. This here is my slow pitch jigging outfit. It's a full Saltiga outfit, so I got a little Saltiga 10, was that a 15? I think it's a 10. It's got 10 kilo braid on it. And this rod is their little bay jigger, Saltiga bay jigger. Okay, it's 7 foot, and this thing is so soft on the tip, but it gets the jigs going really, really well. I haven't caught a lot of reef fish on this thing so far, because I haven't really had a chance to do a lot of jigging. But the bit I have done, I have got a few snapper on it, and last time I took it out and used it, I actually got a 12 kilo yellowfin on it. And I've got to tell you, that was fun and scary. That thing went that hard, and this rod buckled so much, I was holding the handle here, and the rod was in the water. There was no rod. That little yellowfin on this, it went hard, and it was fun. And this just shows you how strong these rods really are. You can really basically bend them right around. They're great. The downside to them is, bait fishing or float lining or something with them, they're too soft on the tip. You can very rarely set the hooks. They're just too soft. That's why a lot of the micro jigs and stuff, you'll see your light gauge hooks on these, so they're easy to set. But there is one thing I have worked out this does work well for. This is also my mackerel outfit in summer if I'm trawling with a downrigger. Downrigger, you need a longer rod, a little bit softer tip so you can load it up on the rigger. So, you know, kicks back and pulls up the slack, bit of the slack when the ball releases. These things load up so well on a downrigger. And when they flick back, they flick back, and mate, you don't miss strikes with this thing. I worked out these micro jig rods are really good for downriggers. Okay, so if you're trawling for mackerel, think about your slow pitch rod for a new downrigger. It works well. What have we got here? So basically another flathead stick. That's just a little Loomis, little sustain. I love me sustains, you can tell. Unfortunately, I lost the cap on this one last trip out a couple of days ago, so I'll have to get myself a new reel. That's the old school sustain, can't get them anymore. But once again, that's like a little 6 to 8 pound. Also a drop shot rod. It is a little drop shot Loomis drop shot rod. Beautiful little rod. It's one of my favourite plastic, like little plastic rods. Okay, so I'm just going to speed up, guys, because again, this is taking some time. Once again, another Baitcaster. This one also was designed for barra fishing up north, but I mainly use it down here when I'm chasing jacks and floatliner for snapper. This is my main snapper outfit. It's an 8 kilo stick, 6'6" Baitcaster. It's a custom made Baitcaster with a Corrado filled with a 10 kilo braid, 150 yards. It's my main outfit, and this thing has caught a lot of snapper between 8 to 10 kilo. I mean, a lot of fish. Even my biggest ones that's pushing 12 kilo was on this little tiny outfit, believe it or not. You just need a stopping power, and 10 kilo with these little Corrados, they can do it, not a problem. And it's even caught on a hammy school drill on this thing, and they don't even fight this, it just cranks it up, powerful little outfit. It's great. And for jack fishing, good little outfit for jacks. So basically just an 8 kilo rod, guys, a Corrado with a good drag, 10 kilo braid, all you need for most of the species around here. Another Baitcaster here. This is also another Loomis. I don't know what happened to the paint job, but she went sideways fast by the looks of it. Can't remember what happened. But anyway, another Loomis. This thing is another 6'6". This is a 1 to 4. This is a very, very light rod. This is my main trawling outfit when I'm trawling for flathead. There's a lot of talk. A lot of guys like stiff rods for trawling. A lot of guys like soft rods. Me personally, I like a soft rod for trawling. I tend to get more strikes and don't pull hooks. I don't pull as many hooks on soft rods, and I pull more on stiffer rods. So I prefer to trawl with a light, softer rod for flathead. And my biggest fish so far, I think, this is only 4 pound. I've got an 84 or something like this. It's 20 minutes, but shit, it was fun. So I like a softer rod when I'm trawling for flathead. And I like my little baitcaster and just hold it there, just in your hand, just little twitches with it. And this one, the reel, as you can see, is a little Daiwa Pixie. It's the original Pixie. I've had this for, I have to be say 16 years, more. And it's still in A1 condition. It's never been serviced. Caught a lot of fish. Beautiful little finesse reel. And this also be a good rod for chasing bass and stuff as well, guys. So little Daiwa Pixies, I don't know if you can still get Pixies, I'm pretty sure you can, just different versions, a lot different than that. On a little rod, say 4 pounds, great little outfit for trawling with flathead. Flicking little lures and stuff around if you're good at casting. Bass rod. Okay, we'll just quickly get through this. We're getting on. This is the outfit you saw the other guys. You see this outfit all the time. It's one of my pretty much go-to ones for offshore fishing. Okay, so trusty Saltiga, 24 kilo braid. This rod again is a Catalina stick, old school Catalina. It's a 24 kilo stick, and I pretty much use this for everything. It's a jig stick, jig outfit, but I use it for live baiting, mainly live baiting. I do use it for jigging. I can use it for trawling, I don't. And I also use it when I'm going to spot eggs chasing little blacks. It's got 300 yards of 24 kilo on there, and you can knock over little blacks on a little jigging outfit like this quite easily in 10 minutes. It doesn't take that long, it doesn't take much. Okay, if you do hook a bigger one, like I think last year we got one about 60 kilo on this, it took us 20 minutes, but just chase it down, it's not that hard. Okay, I like my little jigging outfits, it gives me more control over fish, more power. And over the years, I used to have 80 pound outfits, but I come to the conclusion if I can't stop them on 80, if I can't stop them on 24, I generally don't stop them on 80. So I got rid of my 80 pound outfits. I didn't see the point of having them. And some of the biggest fish I've ever caught, including my monster cobia and 25 kilo kingfish and stuff, are all been on this outfit. I've never really caught big fish on 80, it's always been 24. You can land and stop big fish on 24 as long as you've got a well balanced outfit. If your outfit's designed to run 24, you'll catch big fish. A lot of guys I see go, oh, I'm fishing 80, I'm fishing 80. They've got like a little reel, a flimsy rod, an 80 pound braid, and they think they're fishing 80. I tell you guys, you're not fishing 80. You might have 80 pound line, but you're not fishing 80. A proper 80 pound outfit will freaking pull you out of the boat. And this is a proper 24 kilo. This thing stops more fish than most of the guys fishing 80. So just keep that in mind. Don't always run for 80 pounds, you don't need it. Get yourself a real proper balanced outfit, proper 24 kilo outfit, and you'll catch just as many fish, if not more and bigger. Okay, we're getting to the end. I know it's been a long one. Once again, another little jig outfit. This one's a Torium on what I call a mongrel mesh. It's actually monster mesh, Daiwa monster mesh. That's a 15 kilo outfit. I don't use this one for jigging. I could, but I don't. This is my basically another live baiting outfit. This is one I mainly use when I'm chasing jewfish and occasionally cobia if I'm not fishing heavy structure, cobes. If I'm fishing heavy structure, it's the other one. But this one is just one of my live baiting outfits. Torium, a 15 kilo basically monster mesh, and it's got 15 kilo braid on it. And this will catch pretty much everything off the Gold Coast. This outfit's caught a lot of fish. You don't need to go 80 pound, 15 kilos, plenty for big fish. This has got big sharks, big jewies, kingfish, 25 to 30 kilo cobia, not a problem at all. This little 15 kilo outfit. Once again, it's well balanced, matched. Line, rod, reel, all balanced, matched. Once you match an outfit, you'd be surprised on what you catch. You don't always need rope on there thinking you need rope to catch big fish, you don't. Now I won't show you both these, but down to two of my favourite rods, old school rods. I've had these for, shit, 28 years or something now. These are two short stroker rods, custom made short stroker rods, roller tip, they're 10 kilo sticks. And this one's got an old school Speedmaster on it. The other one there, it's got a TLD 15. They're both spooled with 10 kilo mono. Okay, old school reels, old school rods. These are my mackerel trolling outfits over summer. 10 kilo, and my Spanish mackerel eats them up. Very easy, very quick, not a problem in the world. So just like I said, you don't need a lot of money and to buy some decent outfits to chase fish, and you don't need 80-pound braid. So TLD 15 Speedmaster, you can't get this one anymore, but you still buy the TLD 15s. 10 kilo short stroker, okay, old school short stroker. And these are two trolling outfits, and these are my main mackerel outfits. But they've caught plenty of dolphin fish over the years. They've caught black marlin, wahoo, you name it. It's pelagic. These have caught it. 10 kilo. They got 500 yards of 10 kilo on there. More than enough line. If you run out or start running out of line, you're on a boat. Turn around, chase them down. You can catch pretty much everything with these things, and they're not huge money. Okay, they're not. These things weren't big money. And that's pretty much it, I think. And the other ones I've got are just off to the side here. These are my 8 kilo trolling outfits, just quickly, my little black outfits for summer. So I've got Tiger 12 full of 8 kilo. These are on little, I can't remember what these are. These are STP rods, old school rods, can't get them anymore. Beautiful rods, 8 kilo rods. And these things have caught that many friggin' marlin over the years. A couple of years ago, a friend got a 90 kilo strop on this. It took an hour. It was only a few kilos off for a record. It took an hour on a Tiger 12 with 8 kilo. If you drag set properly, you know your rod work, you can catch really big fish. And I think last season, a friend Steve, he spent 40 minutes on a 100 kilo plus blue on it. And then he got a bit impatient. He put his fingers on the spool. It's only 8 kilo. It popped. But still, it's 40 minutes on 100 kilo plus blue marlin on 8 kilo. That's a pretty good effort. And it was fun. He didn't think so because he was out in the rain. I didn't mind it though because I was driving under cover, so it was alright. If you're not going to spend money on Tiagras, TLD 20s. Here's a TLD 20 full of 8 kilo. I've got 2 of these, I've got 2 of the Tiagras, so that's 4. Also, just beautiful little trolling outfits for mackerel, dolphin fish, little blacks, wahoo, because they hold 1,000 metres of 8. And these ones here are on a good old Gary Howard 8 kilo Game 1 rods. If you're looking for a nice rod, a beautiful rod without spending a fortune, look for a Gary Howard Game 1 rods, the 8 kilo version. They're awesome little trolling sticks. They are beautiful rods. Okay, and lucky last, we'll finish this off. It's just a TLD 30, 15 kilo on a 15 kilo rod. And you can pretty much go trawl for whatever you damn well please. Marlin, striped marlin, black marlin. Some guys do chase blues on them. It takes too friggin' long with the blue on them, but I use them for black stripies. This is probably one of my main wahoo trawling outfits, so I can put a bit of hurt on the big wahoo. And if I need to, I can always float a light bait out under it too. And that's a TLD 20, so you don't need to go spend all the hundreds of dollars and thousands of dollars on the big gold reels. The good old TLDs and stuff will do the job just fine. Just, once again, doesn't matter what rod and reel you buy, guys. Just make sure it's balanced, like rod, reel, lines all balanced up. Don't go buying Christ knows what rod and reel. Whack 80-pound braid on it and tell everyone you're fishing 80. You're not. You're really not. Most guys aren't. Look at what the rod says. Look what the reel says, how much drag pressure it's got. Look what the rod says, line weight, and match your line accordingly. And don't always go looking for reels that are running 20 kilo of drag. You're going to fish 20 kilo of drag? Well, you're not. I hate to tell you. You're not. You're not even going to hold it. Just match your rod reel. Like my heaviest one there is a Salt Tiger. I run 8 kilo of drag on it, 1/3 break and strain, 24 kilo. I only run 8 on it, and it's got some of the biggest fish you've seen. You don't need 20 kilo of drag, and you don't always need 80 pound. Guys, just match everything up properly. Set your drags properly, and a bit of time, a lot of luck, and you'll catch some bloody big fish, I promise. Anyway, enough of that. That was a half an hour video going through rods. Sorry guys it took so long. But hopefully now you've got roughly an idea on what sort of outfit you need for what sort of fish. And I'll see you in the next video. Okay. Oh, sorry, one more thing. August is nearly here. It's only 2 more weeks. And 20 videos in 20 days will start. So don't forget about that. Starting August 1st, 20 how-to videos. And I'll see you next week. Thanks, guys.